Welcome back, everyone. Today you are about to witness something truly exciting and unbelievable. In this video, we are going to explore not just one but four incredible Lincoln pennies that could completely change the way you look at everyday coins. These are not just ordinary pieces of copper. They carry hidden stories, rare details, and the potential to surprise you in ways you never imagined. From circulated and worn conditions to unique surfaces and rare possibilities, each of these four coins has something special to reveal. Many people ignore pennies, but what if one of these small coins holds a secret that could be worth far more than its face value? That's exactly what we are about to uncover together, so stay with me till the end because each coin you are about to see might look simple, but inside it could hold a hidden treasure. And who knows? After watching this video, you might start checking your own coins more carefully, because your next penny could be the one that changes everything. Coin number 1. The year 2006 may seem like just another chapter in modern history, but hidden within that year is a small object that quietly traveled through millions of hands, the 2006 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark. Struck in Philadelphia, this coin entered circulation as part of everyday life, unnoticed by most, yet filled with a story that collectors and curious minds continue to explore. At first glance, the absence of a mint mark might feel unusual, even mysterious. But in reality, Philadelphia pennies traditionally carried no mint mark during this period. What looks like something rare is actually completely normal, yet it often sparks curiosity in those who are just beginning their journey into coin collecting. In circulated and worn condition, the 2006 penny loses much of its original shine. The bright copper tone fades into darker shades, and the surface begins to show scratches, marks, and signs of aging. These details are not defects but evidence of the coin's long journey through everyday transactions. The coin is made from copper-plated zinc, giving it a familiar appearance while keeping production costs low. However, this also makes it more sensitive to damage. Over time, exposure to air, moisture, and handling can cause discoloration, spots, and even slight corrosion on the surface. Looking closely at a worn 2006 penny, you may notice uneven coloring or small marks across the surface. These are natural results of circulation and not indicators of rarity. Many people mistake such features for valuable errors, but understanding the difference is key. There is a powerful myth surrounding modern pennies that they can suddenly be worth millions of dollars and transform someone's life overnight. While this idea captures attention, the truth is far more grounded. A typical 2006 no mint mark penny in circulated condition is usually worth only its face value. However, the story does not end there. Within the billions of coins produced, a small number contain minting errors. These errors are what collectors search for, hoping to find something unique hidden among ordinary coins. One of the most exciting possibilities is the doubled die error. This occurs when parts of the coin's design appear slightly doubled, creating a subtle but noticeable effect. It can appear in the lettering, the date, or even in Lincoln's profile. Another interesting error is the off-center strike, where the design is not perfectly aligned. This creates a visually striking coin that stands out immediately. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more attention it attracts from collectors. Die cracks are also worth watching for. These appear as raised lines caused by cracks in the minting dies. While many are small and common, larger or unusual cracks can make a coin more collectible. It is important to remember that not every unusual mark is valuable. Damage caused after the coin leaves the mint, such as scratches or dents, does not increase its worth. True mint errors have specific characteristics that collectors learn to pehichan anus over time. Condition plays a major role in determining value. Coins that are well preserved, with clear details and original luster, are far more desirable than heavily worn examples. Unfortunately, most coins found in circulation do not meet these higher standards. Collectors often use magnification to inspect coins closely. Tiny details that are invisible to the naked eye can reveal whether a coin has a rare feature or not. This careful observation is what makes coin collecting both challenging and rewarding. The Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse side is one of the most recognizable images in coin history. It represents strength, history, and national pride. By 2006, it had already been a part of American coinage for decades. What makes the 2006 penny interesting is its accessibility. It is not locked away in museums or private collections. Instead, it can still be found in circulation in jars or in forgotten corners of homes. This accessibility creates excitement. Anyone can start searching and anyone can potentially discover something unusual. It does not require expensive tools or special connections, just curiosity and patience. Many collectors began with simple coins like this one. Over time, they developed the skills needed to pehchan anus rare and valuable pieces. Every discovery, no matter how small, adds to their knowledge and experience. The idea of hidden value in everyday objects is powerful. It reminds us that not everything valuable is obvious, and sometimes the most ordinary items hold the greatest surprises. While most 2006 pennies are common, rare error versions can sell for higher amounts. These are not million-dollar coins, but they can still be worth significantly more than face value. Proper storage is essential for maintaining a coin's condition. Keeping it in a dry environment and handling it carefully can prevent further damage and preserve its appearance. The coin you are looking at shows clear signs of circulation. The worn details and darkened surface suggest it has been used extensively, which reduces its collectible value but adds character to its story. Coin collecting is about more than just money. It is about history, curiosity, and the excitement of discovery. Each coin represents a moment in time and a connection to the past. The 2006 penny reflects a time when physical currency was still widely used. It connects us to everyday life in that era, making it more than just a simple object. Collectors often share their experiences, building communities that inspire others to start their own journey. These shared stories keep the hobby alive and growing. The thrill of searching never fades. Even after examining hundreds of coins, the possibility of finding something rare keeps collectors motivated. The myth of instant wealth may not be true, but the excitement of discovery is very real. Finding even a small error can feel like uncovering a hidden treasure. Every coin has a journey, and the 2006 penny is no exception. From the moment it was minted to the countless hands it has passed through, it carries a silent history. The next time you see a penny, take a closer look. You might not find a fortune, but you will gain a deeper appreciation for the details. Coin collecting teaches patience, focus, and observation. It encourages you to notice things that others might overlook. In the end, the 2006 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark is more than just a coin. It is a reminder that even the smallest objects can hold meaning. While it may not make you rich overnight, it can spark curiosity and lead to a deeper understanding of history and value. Because sometimes the real treasure is not the coin itself, but the story it carries. And that story continues every time someone picks up a penny and wonders what secrets it might hold. Coin number 2. The year 2000 was more than just another date on a calendar. It marked the beginning of a new millennium, a turning point that carried hope, fear, and excitement across the world. In the middle of this historic shift, something incredibly ordinary was quietly being produced in massive numbers. The 2000 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark, struck in Philadelphia. To most people, it was just spare change. But to those who truly look deeper, it holds a story far more fascinating than its 1-cent value suggests. Unlike coins from Denver or San Francisco, the Philadelphia Mint traditionally did not include a mint mark on pennies at that time. This means the absence of a mint mark is not an error but a normal feature. Still, this no mint mark detail often creates curiosity, especially for beginners who wonder if they have discovered something rare. In circulated and worn condition, the 2000 penny without a mint mark often appears darkened, scratched, and aged. The once bright copper shine fades into a dull brown tone, showing the impact of years spent in pockets, jars, and transactions. Each mark on its surface tells a silent story of movement and use. The coin's composition is copper-plated zinc, a modern solution to reduce costs while maintaining the familiar copper appearance. However, this composition makes the coin more vulnerable to wear, corrosion, and environmental damage. Over time, small spots and discoloration become common, especially in coins that have been heavily circulated. Looking at your coin closely, you can see signs of natural wear and environmental exposure. The surface shows dark patches and small marks which are typical for coins that have been in circulation for many years. These are not mint errors but results of time, moisture, and handling. Many viral claims suggest that such coins can be worth millions of dollars, but it is important to understand the reality. A standard 2000 no-mint mark penny in worn condition is generally worth only 1 cent. The idea of becoming a billionaire overnight from a common coin is a powerful fantasy, but it is not based on real market behavior. However, this does not mean that valuable versions of this coin do not exist. The true value lies in rare mint errors and unusual variations that occurred during production. These are the coins that collectors actively search for, sometimes spending years hopping to find one. One of the most talked about errors is the doubled die, where parts of the design appear slightly duplicated. This can occur in the lettering, the date, or even in Lincoln's profile. Such errors are subtle but highly desirable among collectors. Another fascinating possibility is an off-center strike where the design is not properly aligned. This creates a dramatic visual effect, making the coin instantly recognizable as something unusual. The more off-center the strike, the more attention it attracts. Die cracks are also worth mentioning. These appear as raised lines on the coin and are caused by cracks in the minting dies. While small cracks are common, larger or unique patterns can make a coin more collectible. It is important to distinguish between mint errors and damage. Scratches, dents, and corrosion caused after the coin left the mint do not increase value. True errors happen during the minting process and have specific characteristics. Condition remains one of the most important factors in determining value. A coin in mint state condition with its original shine and detail intact is far more valuable than one that is heavily worn. Unfortunately, most circulated coins do not retain this level of quality. Collectors often examine coins using magnification tools. Under close inspection, tiny details become visible, revealing whether a coin has any unique features or errors. This careful observation is a key part of coin collecting. The Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse side of the coin is iconic. It represents not only a historic figure but also a symbol of unity and national identity. By the year 2000, this design had already been used for decades, making it deeply familiar. What makes this coin interesting is its availability. Unlike rare coins that are difficult to find, the 2000 penny without a mint mark can still be found in circulation or in old collections. This makes it accessible to anyone who wants to start collecting. There is a unique excitement in searching through coins. Each penny carries a small possibility of being something special. This sense of discovery keeps collectors engaged and motivated. Many collectors began their journey with simple coins like this one. Over time, they developed the knowledge and skills needed to pehchan rare and valuable pieces. Every expert was once a beginner. The idea of hidden treasure in everyday objects is powerful. It reminds us that value is not always obvious and that even the most ordinary things can hold surprises. While most 2000 pennies are common, the rare few with errors can be worth significantly more. Some have sold for hundreds of dollars depending on their uniqueness and condition. Proper storage can help preserve a coin's condition. Keeping coins in dry environments and handling them carefully can prevent further damage and maintain their appearance. The coin you are holding shows clear signs of circulation. The darkened surface and worn details suggest it has been used extensively, which reduces its collectible value but adds to its story. Coin collecting is not just about money, it is about history, curiosity, and the thrill of discovery. Each coin represents a moment in time and a piece of human activity. The 2000 no-mint mark penny reflects a period when physical currency was still dominant. It connects us to a time before digital payments became widespread. Collectors often share their finds and experiences, creating a community built on knowledge and passion. These shared stories inspire others to start their own journey. Even though the chances of finding a rare error are small, they are not zero. This possibility is what keeps the excitement alive and encourages people to keep searching. The myth of instant wealth may not be true, but the joy of discovery is very real. Finding even a small error can be incredibly rewarding. Every coin has a journey, and this one is no different. From the moment it was minted to the countless hands it passed through, it carries a silent history. The next time you see a penny, take a closer look. You might not find a fortune, but you will gain a deeper appreciation for the details. Coin collecting teaches patience and attention. It encourages you to slow down and observe things that others might overlook. In the end, the 2000 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark is more than just a coin. It is a reminder that even the smallest objects can hold meaning and intrigue. While it may not make you a billionaire overnight, it can spark a curiosity that leads to something much greater, a passion for discovery. Because sometimes the real value is not in the money, but in the story behind the coin. And that story continues every time someone picks up a penny and wonders what secrets it might hold. Coin number 3. The year 2001 was a moment of transition, a time when the world was changing rapidly, and yet something as small as a penny continued to quietly move through everyday life. Among billions of coins produced that year, the 2001 D. Lincoln Memorial penny emerged from the Denver Mint, carrying with it a hidden story that most people never stop to notice. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary coin, but for collectors and dreamers, it represents something much more intriguing. The D mint mark stamped beneath the date tells us that this coin was produced in Denver, one of the busiest mints in the United States. Millions upon millions of these pennies were struck and released into circulation, making them incredibly common. They passed from hand to hand, through shops, markets, and homes, becoming a silent part of daily transactions. In circulated and worn condition, the 2001 D penny often shows signs of heavy use. The once bright copper surface becomes dull, scratched, and sometimes darkened with age. These marks are not flaws but evidence of the coin's journey through time, telling a story of countless exchanges and unseen moments. The composition of this coin is copper-plated zinc, a structure that gives it its familiar copper appearance while keeping production costs low. However, this also means the coin is more prone to wear and damage compared to older solid copper coins. Over time, the surface can develop spots, fatting, or even slight corrosion. Many people believe that every old coin holds massive value, but the reality is more complex. A standard 2001 D penny in circulated condition is usually worth only its face value. The idea that it can instantly make someone a billionaire overnight is more of a myth than reality, but that does not mean valuable versions do not exist. What truly makes certain 2001 D pennies valuable are mint errors and rare variations. These are coins that were struck imperfectly due to mistakes during the minting process. Such errors are uncommon, but when they appear, they create unique coins that collectors actively search for. Imagine discovering a coin with a doubled design where the letters or numbers appear slightly duplicated. This is known as a doubled die error, and it can significantly increase the coin's value. Even a small doubling in the date or lettering can turn an ordinary penny into a collectible piece. Another fascinating error is the off-center strike, where the design is not properly aligned on the coin. This creates a dramatic and unusual appearance, making the coin stand out immediately. The more off-center the strike, the more visually striking and potentially valuable the coin becomes. Die cracks are also something collectors look for. These appear as raised lines on the surface of the coin and are caused by cracks in the minting dies. While some cracks are minor, others can form unique patterns that make the coin highly desirable. It is important to understand that not every unusual mark is an error. Damage caused by circulation, such as scratches or dents, does not increase value. True mint errors happen during production and have specific characteristics that collectors learn to pahichan over time. Condition plays a major role in determining the value of any coin. A heavily worn 2001 D penny will always be less valuable than one that has been preserved in near-perfect condition. Coins that still have their original shine and sharp details are much more attractive to collectors. Collectors often use magnifying glasses or microscopes to inspect coins closely. Tiny details that are invisible to the naked eye can reveal important clues about a coin's rarity and authenticity. This careful examination is what separates casual observers from serious collectors. The Lincoln Memorial design featured on the reverse side of the coin is one of the most iconic images in American coinage. It symbolizes history, leadership, and national pride. By 2001, this design had already been in use for decades, making it familiar to people all around the world. What makes the 2001 D penny particularly interesting is its accessibility. Unlike rare ancient coins, these pennies can still be found in circulation or in old coin jars. This means that anyone has the chance to discover something special without needing expensive tools or rare connections. There is a unique excitement in searching through coins. Every penny holds a possibility, however small. This sense of discovery is what keeps collectors motivated, even when they go through hundreds of coins without finding anything unusual. Stories of rare finds continue to inspire people. There have been cases where collectors discovered valuable error coins in ordinary pocket change. These moments remind us that treasures can sometimes be hidden in plain sight. However, it is important to remain realistic. While rare error coins can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, they are extremely uncommon. Most 2001 D pennies will never reach such values, and that is perfectly normal. The idea of instant wealth from a single coin is appealing, but coin collecting is more about patience and curiosity. It is a journey that rewards those who are willing to learn and observe carefully. Proper storage is essential for preserving coins. Keeping them in dry, safe environments and avoiding unnecessary handling can help maintain their condition. Even a small improvement in condition can make a noticeable difference in value over time. The 2001 D penny also reflects a time when physical currency played a more central role in daily life. In today's digital world, coins are used less frequently, making them even more interesting as collectibles. Collectors often build communities where they share knowledge, discoveries, and experiences. These communities help beginners learn faster and avoid common mistakes, making the hobby more enjoyable. One of the most powerful aspects of coin collecting is the connection to history. Each coin represents a moment in time, a piece of the past that has survived into the present. Even though the 2001 D penny is modern, it still carries historical significance. It reminds us of a specific year, a specific era, and the everyday lives of people who used it. The thrill of the hunt is what keeps collectors engaged. Whether searching through bank rolls or old collections, the possibility of finding something rare adds excitement to the process. Sometimes, the smallest details can make the biggest difference. A tiny error, barely visible, can transform a coin's value and make it stand out among millions. For beginners, the 2001 D penny is a perfect starting point. It is easy to find and offers a chance to learn about coin grading, errors, and preservation without a large investment. Even if you never find a rare error, the experience of collecting coins can be deeply rewarding. It teaches patience, observation, and appreciation for detail. The myth of overnight riches may not be true, but the possibility of discovering something valuable keeps the dream alive. And sometimes, that dream is enough to inspire a lifelong passion. Every coin has a story, and the 2001 D penny is no exception. From the moment it was minted to the countless hands it has passed through, it carries a silent history. The next time you see a penny, take a closer look. You might not find a fortune, but you will gain a deeper appreciation for the small details that often go unnoticed. Because in the end, coin collecting is not just about money. It is about curiosity, history, and the excitement of discovery. And who knows, among the billions of ordinary coins, there might just be one extraordinary piece waiting for someone like you to find it. Coin number for the year 2000 marked the beginning of a new millennium, a time filled with excitement, uncertainty, and endless possibilities. In the middle of this historic transition, millions of coins were quietly produced at the Denver Mint, including the 2000 D Lincoln Memorial Penny. At first glance, it appeared to be nothing more than ordinary pocket change, something people would barely notice or care about. But hidden within these coins lies a fascinating story, one that has captured the attention of collectors and dreamers alike. When we talk about the 2000 D Lincoln Memorial Penny, we're not simply discussing a coin, but a piece of modern American history. The D Mint mark represents Denver, one of the major coin-producing facilities in the United States. Billions of pennies were struck that year, flooding the economy and becoming part of everyday transactions. Most people spent them without a second thought, unaware that even modern coins can hold surprising value under the right circumstances. In circulated and worn condition, the 2000D penny is extremely common. These coins passed through countless hands, jingled in pockets, and rested in jars across households. Over time, their surfaces became scratched, faded, and dull, losing the original shine they once had. However, even worn coins tell stories of where they have been, who has used them, and how they have survived through years of circulation. The copper-plated zinc composition of the 2000D penny plays a crucial role in its condition. While it appears copper on the outside, the inner core is primarily zinc. This makes the coin more vulnerable to damage compared to older solid copper pennies. In circulated condition, you may notice discoloration, corrosion, or small bubbles forming on the surface, which are natural results of time and exposure. Despite being common, certain variations of the 2000D penny can attract serious attention from collectors. These are not ordinary coins but rare error varieties, mistakes that occurred during the minting process. Such errors can transform a simple 1-cent coin into something far more valuable and desirable. One of the most intriguing aspects of coin collecting is the discovery of mint errors. These errors happen when something goes wrong during production, such as misaligned dies, double strikes, or off-center impressions. While rare, these mistakes create unique coins that stand out from the billions of perfectly struck pieces. Imagine holding a coin that was never supposed to exist in its current form. That is the magic of error coins. For the 2000D penny, collectors often search for doubled dies where the design appears slightly duplicated, or die cracks which create unusual lines across the coin's surface. These features may seem small, but they can significantly increase a coin's value. However, it is important to separate reality from exaggeration. Many claims online suggest that ordinary 2000D pennies are worth millions of dollars. In truth, most circulated examples are worth only their face value, 1 cent. The idea of becoming a billionaire overnight from a common penny is more fantasy than fact. That being said, rare error coins can indeed sell for impressive amounts. While not in the millions, some exceptional pieces have reached hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on their rarity and condition. This is where the true excitement lies, not in every coin but in the rare few that break the norm. Condition plays a critical role in determining value. Coins are graded on a scale, with higher grades indicating better preservation. A heavily worn 2000D penny will always be less valuable than one in mint state condition, where the original luster and details remain intact. Collectors often use magnifying tools to examine coins closely. Tiny details such as doubling in the lettering or unusual surface textures can make a significant difference. To an untrained eye, these details might go unnoticed, but to a collector, they are treasures waiting to be discovered. The Lincoln Memorial design itself is iconic. Featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, this design was used for decades. By the year 2000, it had already become one of the most recognizable coin designs in the world. What makes modern coins like the 2000D penny fascinating is their accessibility. Unlike rare ancient coins, these pennies are still found in everyday circulation. This means anyone anywhere has the chance to discover something valuable without needing expensive equipment or rare connections. There is a thrill in searching through pocket change. Every coin holds a possibility, however small. This sense of discovery is what drives many collectors to continue searching, even when the odds seem low. Over time, some collectors have built impressive collections from simple beginnings. A single interesting coin can spark a lifelong passion. The 2000D penny may not always be valuable, but it can be the starting point of something much bigger. Another factor to consider is preservation. Coins that are stored properly can maintain their condition for years. Avoiding moisture, handling coins carefully, and using protective holders can make a significant difference in their long-term appearance. The story of the 2000D penny also reflects the broader world of coin collecting. It shows how value is not always obvious and how rarity can hide in plain sight. Even in a world dominated by digital transactions, physical coins continue to hold meaning and intrigue. Collectors often share their discoveries with others, creating a community built on curiosity and knowledge. Stories of rare finds spread quickly, inspiring more people to look closely at their own coins. While most 2000D pennies will never be worth more than 1 cent, the possibility of finding a rare error keeps the excitement alive. It is this uncertainty that makes coin collecting so engaging and unpredictable. The idea of hidden treasure in everyday objects is powerful. It reminds us that value can exist where we least expect it. A simple coin, overlooked by millions, might hold a unique story waiting to be uncovered. It is also important to approach coin collecting with realistic expectations. Not every coin will be valuable and not every search will lead to discovery. However, the journey itself can be rewarding and educational. Learning about coins teaches patience, attention to detail, and an appreciation for history. Each coin is a small piece of a larger story, connecting us to the past in a tangible way. The 2000 Lincoln Memorial Penny is a perfect example of how ordinary objects can become extraordinary under the right circumstances. While most remain common, a few stand out, capturing the imagination of collectors. As time passes, even modern coins can become more interesting. Changes in design, production methods, and materials all contribute to their uniqueness over the years. For beginners, the 2000 penny is an excellent starting point. It is easy to find, simple to study, and offers a glimpse into the world of coin collecting without requiring a large investment. The excitement of discovery never fades. Whether you are searching through old jars, checking your pocket change, or exploring coin rolls, there is always a chance of finding something unusual. Even if you never find a rare error, the experience itself is valuable. It encourages curiosity and a deeper understanding of the objects we use every day. The myth of becoming instantly rich from a penny may not be true, but the potential for small discoveries is very real. And sometimes, those small discoveries can lead to big rewards. In the end, the 2000 Lincoln Memorial Penny represents more than just money. It represents possibility, curiosity, and the thrill of the unknown. So the next time you come across a penny, take a moment to look at it closely. You might not find a fortune, but you will gain something just as valuable, the excitement of exploration. Because in the world of coin collecting, every coin has a story. And sometimes, that story is worth far more than the coin itself.